Okay, let's jump in. Today we're looking at a piece of hardware that, I mean, the name is a total mouthful. It's the DVDO Matrix-42-HDBT 4K 4x2 matrix switcher.
It is a long one, but, it's better to think of it less as a switch and more like a high-performance traffic controller for your whole AV setup.
Traffic controller, I like that. So the mission for this deep dive is really to figure out how this thing solves a super annoying problem. How to get high-quality 4K video to different screens over different distances without wrecking the signal.
Exactly. And it all comes down to its core job, which is routing. This box is designed to take 4 different HDMI sources and send them out to up to 4 displays.
But the way it does that is what's interesting. It's not just a bunch of HDMI ports. I saw mentions HDBaseT.
Mhm.
What is that? Why not just use HDMI?
Well, it's really about physics. Your standard HDMI cable is, great for a few feet from your Blu-ray player to your TV.
Sure.
But if you try to run one 50 feet through a wall to a projector, you're going to have a bad time. You'll get signal dropouts, sparkles on the screen, or just nothing. HDBaseT takes that really dense HDMI signal and basically lets you push it over a standard CAT cable, like the Ethernet cable you use for your internet.
So you're running 4K video over a network cable.
Precisely. And you can send it much, much further. We're talking 1080p signals going up to 70 meters. For full 4K, you can get it up to 40 meters away.
Wow. Okay, so that's a game changer if your gear closet is on the other side of the house. You can just hide all the ugly stuff and run one thin cable.
It's so much cleaner, and this unit gives you 2 regular HDMI outputs and 2 of those HDBaseT outputs. So you can have a local monitor right there and also send the same feed to a projector way over there.
Now, something else I saw in the notes was POPS, power over cable. Why does that matter?
Yeah. That's all about making the setup simpler. The main unit sends power down that same network cable along with the video signal.
So the little receiver box behind my TV doesn't need its own power brick.
Exactly. No bulky wall wart. It just gets its power from the cable that's already plugged into it. Super clean.
We should probably mention, though, that the notes say those little transmitters and receivers are sold separately.
That's a key detail, yes. You have to buy the specific pieces you need for your setup.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting for me. The so-called resolution conflict. Anyone who's tried to connect a new 4K TV and an old 1080p monitor to the same source knows this pain.
Oh, it's the classic headache.
Everything just defaults to the lowest quality, right?
That's it. You've got this beautiful 4K OLED, but because some little monitor is also connected, your whole system downgrades to 1080p. But this DVDO box, it solves that with individual downscaling on each output.
So it can actually multitask.
It creates a dedicated lane for each display. It has the full 18 GBps of bandwidth for HDMI 2.0, so your main 4K TV gets the full glorious 4K at 60 Hz signal with HDR10, Dolby Vision, all that good stuff.
And at the same time.
And at the exact same time, it can take that same 4K signal and downscale it to a perfect 1080p for that secondary monitor. No compromise.
That is huge. So that handles the eyes. What about the ears? How do I get audio out to my big surround sound system?
It's got a feature for that audio de-embedding. It can basically peel the audio track off the HDMI signal and send it out separately.
Oh, so you can send the video to the projector, but the sound goes straight to your receiver.
Exactly. It gives you SPDIF optical and also standard analog left-right outputs. Very flexible.
And how do you actually control this traffic controller? Is it complicated?
No, thankfully. You've got a lot of options. There are buttons right on the front. But for a real install, it has IR, RS-232, and TCP/IP control through a pretty simple web page.
So you can use a laptop or even tie it into a smart home system?
Yep.
And all this tech comes in at a price point of $1,799.
Which, definitely puts it in that professional-grade custom installer category. It's an investment in your home's infrastructure.
So to sum it all up, it really is the solution for someone who absolutely refuses to compromise on signal quality, no matter how complicated their setup is.
I think so. When you look at the bigger picture, it's all about decoupling your sources from your screens. It lets them talk to each other without all the usual problems.
It does make you wonder, though. With tech like this, with individual downscaling and long-distance HDBaseT, are we moving toward a future where the actual physical location of our gear just doesn't matter as much as the network connecting it all?
That is the question to think about.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.